Sisters and brothers, how are you today? I am Jarai. Do you want to make money? Yes, you want to make money. Do you know how to make soap? No, you don't know how to make soap. How about making soap and making money? Today we are going to learn how to make soap and money in Africa. Washing your hands is the most important step in reducing spread of disease. Some types of bacteria live and grow in skin. We will learn how to make soap that can kill bacteria. We will also add honey and beeswax, which are good for your skin. So, are you ready to learn how to make 40 soaps? When we are done, you can then sell and make money.
Making soap is a very easy process, and most of the materials and ingredients are readily available at the market and are very cheap to buy. Cheap and easy to make within your home means that soap making is a very good business. Ingredients you will need to make soap. For 40 soaps, you will need 3 litres of palm oil and 500 grams of caustic soda. We will also use 100 grams of beeswax, 1 litre of water, 30 millilitres of honey, and also you will need a flavour or a scent, something like Dettol or some tea or moringa, and you will need 30 millilitres of this. What materials do you need to use? You will need a big metal bowl, small metal bowls, a spoon, and you will also need 7 soap moulds. Basic ingredients are oil and caustic soda. These are the 2 main ingredients for soap. Without these, you cannot make soap. It is very important that you have the correct measurements, or the soap can be harmful to your skin. To measure our ingredients, we use either a set of scales or our local materials. Make sure your surface is flat and a clear space, and place your equipment and materials out on this surface. Step 1. Measure water, oil and beeswax. Palm oil is always available in the market and is very cheap to buy. You can measure out 3 kilograms of oil on the scales. Or, alternatively, if you don't have a set of scales, no worries, you can use a large mayonnaise jar to measure. We pour 6 jars of the oil into a big bowl. Remember, no more, no less. Then we fill 1 litre bottle with water. You can also use an empty and clean vinegar bottle, as we are showing on the video. Pour the water into a small bowl. Now it's time to measure the beeswax. Beeswax will make the skin softer, and it will also cure any pimples or bad skin you may have. Measure out 100 grams of beeswax onto the set of scales. Here are some other ways to measure out 100 grams of beeswax. Melt the wax and then pour into a small condensed milk tin, as we are showing here. Alternatively, if you don't have a set of scales, then fill up one of the soap moulds with wax. This will also equal 100 grams of the beeswax. Step 2. Measure caustic soda. At this point, we must wear gloves. This is necessary and very important. You can use an empty and clean condensed milk tin. Fill the tin with the caustic soda until 3 lines before the top of the tin. You can also measure out 500 grams on the set of scales. Remember, once you have done this, please close the caustic soda sack. Don't leave it open.
Sisters and brothers, caustic soda is a chemical ingredient. It is dangerous to touch it and to inhale it. We will learn how to handle it. Are you ready?
You must never touch caustic soda without wearing gloves. Never. This is very important. This is the way to handle caustic soda. Always wear gloves. Make sure you cover your nose, just as Isatu is doing here. Use a cloth or a headscarf to cover your nose. Look at her now. Doesn't she look lovely? She looks just like a pretty Mauritanian lady. Afterwards, hide the caustic soda in a safe place and make sure that this place is away from children. Finally, remember to wash your gloves after using them. Step 3. Dissolve water and caustic soda. Dissolve the caustic soda into the water. This should be done carefully, little by little. Remember, it is the caustic soda that we are adding to the water, not the opposite or the other way round. This is important. And then stir it gently with a wooden spoon. Afterwards, you will then clean the jar that you used so that you can use it for another day.
Hi sisters and brothers. I will explain some common mistakes when making soap. Please listen and watch carefully.
Do not add water into the caustic soda. Do not use a plastic spoon, and you should not stir it quickly. Why? Because it can explode and you might accidentally inhale it. Look at Isatu. She has burned her eyes. Ah, this is itching her eyes. And it is burning her nose as well. Step 4. Dissolve beeswax into oil. We heat the beeswax on the stove. To melt the wax more quickly, we heat water and then place the beeswax on top of the water. Then, take your big bowl and heat the palm oil. Next, we add the beeswax to the warm oil. We use a piece of cloth, as we are showing here, to filter any dirt from the beeswax. Stir this solution until it becomes more like liquid. Step 5. Mix caustic soda and oil. We must first measure the temperature. It needs to be around body temperature. When is it body temperature? When your finger doesn't burn. Check the temperature of the caustic soda solution. You will touch the bowl to do this. The temperature is correct when your hands don't burn. When the temperature is right, you mix the caustic soda solution and the oil. We need to keep stirring the mix until we see the tracing point.
You have caustic soda solution and the oil. It is important to get the same temperature.
Do not heat your bowl above 50 degrees. Always get the same temperature before mixing. Here, the oil is 60 degrees and the caustic solution is only 39 degrees, so we don't mix them. What we do is cool down the oil by placing it in a bowl of water, and then we check the temperature again. Now it is fine at 41 degrees. Step 6. Tracing point. We first place the 7 moulds next to one another, as the ladies are doing so here. Stir the mix until it starts to trace. What is this, the trace? This is when you have mixed the oil and the caustic soda together without the risk of separation. You have to be careful and wait for this moment while stirring the mix. When you can draw a circle with the spoon and easily see the circle, this is the trace and the mix is ready. Step 7. Add honey and flavour. It is important to add the flavour and honey after the tracing point. First add 30 millilitres of honey, and then we add the flavour or scent. In this case we are using 30 millilitres of Dettol. Remember to do this quickly after you have found the tracing point. Dettol is widely available. It is a good thing to put in the soap because it is an antibacterial agent that kills bacteria when you wash your hands with the soap. Instead, you might add different flavours or scents to produce different soaps. See what the demand is within your community. These are some other examples of what you can put in the soap. Black tea and mint soap smells very nice. Moringa soap is excellent for making your skin healthier. Step 8. Pour into moulds. Right after you have found the tracing point, you need to pour the mix into the moulds with a plastic cup. You need to do this very quickly before the mix starts to set. Pour the mix into each of the 7 moulds, one by one. Use a leveller or maybe a ruler to distribute all the mix into all of the moulds. You'll need some practice and patience to master this process. Wow, look, Isatu's hands are very experienced. See how nothing is wasted. See how clean the moulds are. This time there is no loss. We will have filled 40 mould shapes, and that means we will sell 40 soaps in the market. This is fantastic.
Hi sisters and brothers, it is me again. Here are more mistakes you must not repeat. Please listen to my advice.
Do not sleep when you reach the tracing point. Look, this sister is falling asleep. And don't talk on the phone when pouring the mix. This is what happens. You will get strange soap shapes. It's ugly, Place the mould trays right next to one another or you'll lose some of the mix. Isa 2 is counting out her moulds. Only 38 instead of 40. She's going to lose money. And remember not to waste anything. Take any excess from your gloves, from the cup, and even from the table. If you leave it there, it's wasted and you've wasted your money. Remember to be careful, as caustic soda can touch your skin. If this happens, clean it off immediately with water. Throw the gloves away once you have finished with them. Wash all materials and don't use them for preparing food. Step 9. Soap drying. Wait 24 hours so that the mix hardens. Then you can remove the soaps from the moulds. Place them somewhere they can dry and settle for 3 weeks. It takes 3 weeks before they can be used. Remember to write a note for each batch. Note down the quantity of the soaps, the flavour or the scent of the soaps, and the production date. Don't note down the wrong date, or you risk using the soaps before they are safe to use. Step 10. Wrapping and labelling. After 3 weeks, you can start packing the soaps. Use cling film to protect them from dust and greasy hands. Cling film is readily available and doesn't cost much money. It also helps to keep the scent within the soap. You can make your own labels. You can ask a friend with some computer skills to help you, or simply find an internet cafe where you can design and print your own labels. Think about what should be on your label. You need your logo, product benefits, perhaps the weight, packing date, and your contact details. Step 11. Go sell them. Some customers will pay a lot of money for a product that is nicely packed. Your soap will stand out from all the others. Put them in a nice basket to display them. See? Now they look attractive. People will sometimes pay up to 3 times more for this well-presented soap. They are often bought as gifts for Valentine's Day, Christmas, or even birthdays. However you decide to do it, choose your clients, think about your price, and the most important thing, go out and sell them. Today. Good luck.
Okay, let me try again without the paper.